What began as mere whispers and jokes has erupted into a full-blown political storm that is gripping Kenya. The impeachment of Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has ignited intense debates, leading to clashes among supporters and opponents alike. The recent public forum at the Bomas of Kenya turned chaotic as organizers struggles to maintain order amid a sea of passionate opinions.
Can we secure those papers? Can we secure the papers? Wewe huwezi kuja kuharibu mkutano ya public.
From this uproar, a powerful slogan emerged. Dereva kufa, makanga kufa, kufa makanga, kufa dereva, non-dereva, no makanga, no Rigathi, no Ruto.
Ikiwa Gachagua ni mbaya, kila hata Ruto ni mbaya, sisi wote waende wote. Hakuna kubakisha, kufa dereva, kufa makanga. Kufa dereva, kufa makanga, kufa dereva, kufa makanga, kufa dereva, kufa makanga, kufa dereva, no Ruto, no Rigathi, no Ruto, no Rigathi, no Ruto, no Rigathi, no Ruto, kufa dereva, no Ruto, kufa dereva, kufa makanga, kufa dereva, kufa makanga, kufa dereva, kufa makanga,
This rallying cry encapsulates the more tense discontent among Kenyans, raising questions among the future of the President Ruto's administration and the stability of the country's political landscape. At the heart of this, however, is a growing frustration among citizens who feel that their concerns are being sidelined by politicians. As the impeachment process gains momentum, many members of parliament who initially supported the move are now backpedaling, sensing that public sentiment is shifting against them. Reports indicate that the political tide is turning as constituencies express their dissatisfaction of leaders who are seen as out of touch with the realities facing ordinary Kenyans. The impeachment drama has become a litmus test for political loyalty, with MPs scrambling to engage the public mood as they navigate the turbulent waters of Kenyan politics.
Sana kusema ni hii, wakati rais na naibu wake wako na shida, watatuletea hii shida yao, lakini saa hivi tunaongea na nyinyi, Adani imechukua airport. Vile tunaongea na nyinyi, NHIF watu wanaenda hospitali wanashindwa kutibiwa. Lakini kitu nataka kusema, I have never seen stupid MPs who can go to the parliament.
Order.
Tulia. Let me speak.
Order. Ngoja kidogo. Aya.
Let me finish my point.
Aya. Sasa wewe kijana kutoka Embakasi East. Sasa wewe unaniona kama mjinga sana.
Aya, I will withdraw that statement.
Withdraw and go.
I will withdraw. But what I wanted to say is this one. What I wanted to say is this one. Kuna MP wenye hawajaionekana parliament, lakini ile siku ya kuimpeach Rigathi au ndio wa kwanza kuenda. Lakini ukiwaambia waende kutetea mwananchi kwa bunge, hawawezi kuenda. So what I want to say is that impeaching Rigathi Gachagua is not first priority. First priority is our problem as Kenyans. We are dying with anger. Rigathi Gachagua hakuna mahali anaenda.
Freedom of speech.
Tensions escalated dramatically when Gen Z President Morara Kebasu was injured during protest, highlighting the intensity of the situation. His supporters, enraged by perceived governmental incompetence, directed their anger not only at Gachagua's but also at President Ruto himself, calling for his resignation. If they can't govern, They should step aside, one protester stated, echoing the sentiment of many who feel betrayed by their leaders.
Yeah, 20. So it's sad about what happened to Morara today with regards to the violence that was meted against him with the political thugs and goons who are planned and put at bombers to go and attack and hurt our leader, the party leader of the Inject Party, Morara Kibaso. He was admitted in hospital. I saw him in hospital. He was badly and severely injured. He was hurt. If you could see him, you wouldn't wish it on your enemies. And it's sad and unfortunate, but we will emerge stronger, and he will emerge stronger, and the movement will emerge stronger. Other than that, I rushed to court because there was.
This grassroots uprising reflects a broader discontent with the administration. As citizens demand accountability and effective solutions to pressing issues like unemployment, inflation, and inadequate healthcare. As the political landscape shifts, the implications for MPs are becoming increasingly severe. Reports suggested that some parliamentarians have requested increased security measures to protect themselves from the escalating fury of their constituencies. This unprecedented call for security and underscores the growing divide between the elected officials and the people they represent. Many citizens are expressing their frustration, arguing that MPs are vetted on trivial matters, while the country gravels with critical issues that demand immediate attention.
I think a lot of time and money has been spent on what we think was totally unnecessary. When you look at what this country is going through, parents are unable to take their children to college, families are unable to put food on the table. We have challenges in hospitals where people are being told to give cash before they are treated, including patients who are undergoing dialysis, and they have been turned away. The country is in a serious crisis. And these are matters that should be taking our focus and our attention as a nation, not a public participation exercise over some power play in the ruling coalition. It is a sad day for Kenya. But what is even sadder is the violence that has accompanied this process. And this violence has been seen across the country. We've seen it in Kiambu, where our client, Governor Waititu, was. And up to now, we do not know what happened to him, but we do know there was violence there. And not just in Kiambu, in Nyeri, the entire Mount Kenya, and other parts of the country. But what really has gotten the attention of the nation is the violence at Bomas, where our client, Morara, was seen being attacked from all corners. We saw seats, and we are talking of metallic seats being thrown at him. And he was hit. In fact, we saw him getting attacked on live television. And we want to thank citizens.
William Ruto has no capacity to stand before Kenyans and address the Kenyans on the issues that are of concern to them. Just like my colleague has mentioned, we have a collapsing education system, we have a collapsing health system, we have scandals all over. Perhaps they may have used the day to hand over our airport to Adani. We have scandals now in the judiciary, and there was no reason as to why we should have continued with this process of impeachment if it is not a diversionary tactic that is being used by William Ruto. Unfortunately, again, we have seen the level of violence across the country, and called for, including attacking a young man in the name of Morala just because he showed up. at the bombers. And what we are now witnessing is really a crowback of all the gains that we had during our 2010 constitutional movement.
The public's rallying cry for change is gaining traction, and social media is ablaze with discussion about the future of the Kenyan government. Influential figures and activists are leveraging platforms like Twitter and TikTok to apply their messages, mobilizing young people to demand political accountability. The hashtag no Rigathi, no Ruto has gained momentum, further galvanizing the movement. As the conversation continues to spread online, it is clear that dissatisfaction with the current administration is not merely a fleeting trend but a deep-seated desire for the reform. The impeachment process itself, however, remains in its infancy. Legal experts warn that navigating the intricacies of impeachment requires careful consideration and it could take months for the process to unfold fully. In the meantime, the political drama is expected to intensify with both sides preparing for an all-out battle. The supporters of Gachagua are likely to counter the impeachment efforts, framing them as a politically motivated attacks rather than legitimate concerns. This could lead to even more division within the political landscape, with loyalty lines becoming blurred as politicians attempt to distance themselves from the growing unrest.
Mumekumbuka wananchi kwa sababu mko na mashida zenyu. Ingekuwa si impeachment, amungeita watu huku. Hatungeitwa leo. Na juu leo mko na shida, mumekumbuka wananchi wa chini. Hata mnatupea masaa ya kuongea na tuko na shida zetu pia. Alafu kabla isi na hiyo masaa mnasema tutoke hapa 5, kwanza mtupe chakula tushibe.
The stakes are high for President Ruto, who faces mounting pressure from both within and outside his party, as his administration grapples with these internal challenges. Questions arise about his capacity to deliver on promises made to the Kenyan people. Many citizens are now looking beyond the political elite, turning to grassroots movement and civil society organizations for solutions to their problems. The groundswell of discontent may well reshape the political landscape in ways that could lead to significant changes in governance and policy direction. The impeachment of Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has ignited political wildfire in Kenya, revealing deep-seated frustrations among the populace. As tensions arise and political loyalties are tested, the future of Ruto administration hangs in the balance. With the citizens demanding accountability and meaningful change, the outcome of these political crises could have lasting implications for Kenya's governance and the well-being of its people. As the drama unfolds, it is clear that fearless Kenyans are unwilling to back down, and they are determined to hold their leaders accountable for the promises made and the challenges faced. This is a vital moment in Kenya's political history, and the eyes of the nation are watching closely. Stay tuned to GC News for ongoing coverage and analysis of this developing story. This is Stephen, GC News.